everyone, welcome to today's video. Hope everyone's having a really good day. For today's video, if you can't already tell by the thumbnail, I'm going to be discussing my Skyla IUD experience. So if you are looking into a new birth control, or if you're looking into specifically the Skyla IUD, then I would urge you to keep watching. So I did make some pinpoints about the Skyla IUD on my phone so that I wouldn't forget. Let's see. So if you don't know what the Skyla IUD is, it's a intrauterine device. So it's a type of birth control that the doctor is able to put inside of your uterus. It's a T-shaped as well. It kind of looks like this, but flimsier, and it has two strings connected at the end. It's 99.9% effective. So what they do is they insert it, it stays there for 3 years. It works for up to 3 years. So after the third year, you have to come back, get another one, or go up to the 5-year one. I believe there's also a 10-year one or something like that. But they don't recommend the 5-year one unless you've had kids already. So just, remember that if you're looking to go into getting one. My experience with getting it in. So getting it in, I got it maybe about 2 years ago, and I went in, whenever you make the appointment, they want you to get a wellness checkup first. So you get your wellness checkup, and then everything comes back normal. Then you're allowed to proceed with the process. So after that, I get scheduled for maybe about 30 minutes to go get it in. They tell you not to have any intercourse before for I think about a week before. And then no antibiotics, I wanna say. I'm not too sure about that one though. So you definitely wanna call your doctor before you end up doing that. So I went in, they let me know that if I didn't have insurance, that it would be about $1,000. If I did, which I did, if I did have insurance, then it would be free of charge, or no out of pocket for me. So I didn't pay anything for the IUD at all. So you go in to get it in, and how it feels is they have you laid back, they have your legs up, of course, and they have a light on you so they can see, and then you kind of just feel like something go in, which is them trying to, I guess, look into your uterus. I'm not too sure how they do it. I'm on the other side, on the other end of it, but I can see them doing something, and then you can feel a cramp. She tells you, or my doctor told me, you're gonna feel a big cramp, and that's all you're gonna feel. So just get ready for it. So I'm already, squeezing my hands and getting ready for it. And it was a pretty big cramp, I will say. And then after that, it was done. They took everything out. It was a really quick process. Only took maybe about maybe 5 minutes to, not even 5 minutes, maybe within a minute they put it in. And that was it. They checked the strings, and then the strings have to be, I guess, hanging outside of your uterus. I forgot what it's called. But they dangle down into inside of your, I don't want to say it out loud because my brother is in the other room, but they dangle outside of your uterus, inside of, whatever. So, let me see, after that, they say some people will cramp up to 2 weeks to a month. So in my case, I did not cramp at all the whole time I was there. They were like, hey, go ahead and go. You can get dressed and go as soon as you can. Some ladies will stay here because they're cramping a little bad. Me, I put my clothes on, didn't cramp at all, left, and I was good to go. They said, a partner or myself can check for the strings every so often just to make sure that they're not lost, because that is something about the IUD that does happen for some ladies, and that's a very, very big, that's rare. That it gets lost inside of the uterus, something like that. Or the strings will come undone and it's just a little bit harder to get it out. So that didn't happen for me though. So getting it out was kind of the same process. It didn't cost anything for me because I had insurance, but I had to go in, I got a wellness checkup, and then I went in another time. And then what they do, it takes about maybe 2 or 3 minutes again, and they open your legs, they put your feet up, they insert something in, and I think it clamps onto them, and she says, take a deep breath and cough. So I went, and then when I did that, oh man, like it's another huge cramp, and that's all it felt for a little bit, and it wasn't that much. But after that, I did start to spot. So she did let me know that there is going to be some spotting. Just take prenatals, they're gonna be super good for you. And then also if you're spotting, you know, she recommends to get some pads or tampons. So I ended up getting some, and these are how big the peels are. I took one today and choked on it. Hold on, let me see. That right there is huge. So I had to like cough it back out because I started choking and I started freaking myself out. So I was like, but yeah, I ended up taking that. And then for my cycle, since it should be starting, she says it will take a little bit. Or I have these little organic tampons. They come in regular and super, 20 regular and 10 super in here. Let me see. But yes, so with these, I don't know, you know, if you don't know, but when you're wearing tampons, you do want to change them every 4 hours. I think even more often, right? Like, especially if you got to use the restroom. But there is something called toxic shock syndrome that people get from leaving tampons in too long. So, you know, if that's something that you're not aware, you know, now you know, you're not supposed to keep them in for that long. You're supposed to be changing them out very frequently. So yeah, I went and got these. I really like that they're so modern. It didn't even look like a box. I don't know, like they're clear. I didn't feel bad carrying this around HEB, like I really didn't. So anyways, but let's see. I also had some pros and cons. So some pros to my Skyla experience is I did not gain weight. I didn't get pregnant. I didn't have to remind myself every day to take a pill or to put on a patch every week. The Nexplanon, I've heard that's really, you know, there's a lot of stuff with that. Is it Depo? The Depo shot, I used to get that too. There is really bad side effects with that one, at least for my body. So the pro was, it was kind of like I wasn't on birth control. Whenever I had it in, I didn't feel any of those birth control side effects until I started cramping, maybe, yeah, like I said, about 2 months in, and it was really bad, especially when I would work out. So I could not really work out a lot without knowing that, you know, or with knowing, I couldn't work out a lot with knowing that I was gonna cramp all day and really harsh cramps. And I'm not someone who likes to take medicine a lot, like to help the pain, like Midol and ibuprofen and Excedrin. I don't like to take medicine like that. So I would pretty much just go through it. However, I stopped working out so that I wouldn't feel it. So that was definitely a con, I would say. My cons were I did have a lot of bloating. I did used to eat differently back then. I ate not as good as I do now. So I will say I ate more greasy foods, but the bloating was so bad no matter what I did. So I would honestly say I was bloated no matter what I did, or no matter what I ate. It was just easier to stick to me now. I mean, hopefully that changes. I've never had such a problem with bloating until I got the IUD. My energy, I have had low energy for the last 2 years, which sucks to say, which, I mean, I don't know why. I've been doing the same jobs. I'm actually used to having a lot more on my plate. A lot on my plate, meaning like jobs, school, family, social life. I'm so used to having a lot more going on. In these past 2 years, I haven't had much. It's just been work and that's it. Work and home, and you know, that's it. So the amount of energy that I don't have, I don't know why. So that was a very big con to me. I was like, you know what? I'm done with this IUD. I'm ready to be back into my regular routine where I feel energized again. And you know, another con, or probably a pro, it's a pro/con, is you don't get any cycle at all. At least for myself, I had a cycle for maybe 2 months in, and then after that, no cycle at all. But I would feel when they were going to come on, or like PMS symptoms, you know, my breast would hurt a little bit and I'd cramp a little bit. So that's the only thing that I could feel. I could also tell with like my hormones, like if I was feeling a little bit more emotional some days than the others, and then things that I would want to eat. If I was wanting greasy foods, I knew, okay, maybe it's my hormones, and you know, I should be on my menstrual cycle right now, but I'm not. There's nothing coming out. So that is a pro/con for me. It's a pro because I didn't have to buy tampons or pads for like 2 years. That was a definite, you know, I saved a lot of money. But the con about it is that I don't think that it's healthy for you to not have a cycle. That's just me though, probably not everybody else. But yeah, so that was my experience with my Skyla IUD. Hope it helps you guys out, just in case you're wanting to get one, or if you're wanting a little bit more information about different types. Just know that yes, I did have a positive experience, but there was some cons to it. And getting it in, you're only gonna feel a little bit of cramps, and then getting it out, same thing, just a little bit of cramps. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Have a good day.